So, you're wondering what that animal fur is on the front of my radiator. Well, Matthew went to start the tractor yesterday, and let's just say we have one less cat left on the farm.
Good morning, everyone. It is April 19th, and we are finally getting the equipment out and hopefully going to work some chiseled corn stalks today. It is, you can't see that, but it is 39 degrees out at about 9:45 a.m. So it is a bit chilly. We got 40 acres right over there and about 37 right here that are chiseled corn stalks, as I said. We're gonna try to get them worked, I think, today. And then we got some other weedy bean stubble that did not get sprayed or worked last year, so we may work that as well, but I will keep you guys up to date. Something just seems to be missing from this tractor. Oh, there we go, much better. Oh, glory. Well, now something just seems like it's missing from this tractor. There we go. That's more like it. So it begins. Field work 2022. Puss in Boots is no longer not Puss in Boots.
It did not damage very much. It ruined the fan right here, and shout out to Berkey's farm store in Oakland. They were here within 18 hours, less than 24 hours to put a brand new fan on it. So thankfully no pieces of feline entered the radiator or oil cooler, or no pieces of fan went through and punctured that. So I'm hoping that's all it was, but may Pop-Tart rest in peace. We had the exact same thing happen several years ago with a raccoon getting in our combine. For those that farm, probably know that that is a common occurrence, unfortunately, but that cost $10,000 worth of damage. It ruined the fan, the radiator, the oil cooler, and it was a mess. So thankfully this wasn't too big of a fix or an expense, hopefully. So gotta go through and blow my tractor off now. My kids named him Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart and Tarzan. Oh, they didn't seem too upset. They were wondering what we were doing, digging out in the field with shovels. It's part of living on the farm. Didn't want to hide it from them.
Alrighty, everyone. Here's a special step we are taking. Jonathan's running a air-powered, basically paint gun. We are applying to all the red on these sprayer booms a mix of special type of wax and hydraulic oil. And what that does is it keeps a thin film of that stuff on the sprayer boom. So when we spray our 32% nitrogen is very corrosive and rusts metal very quickly and very easily, so that will keep the 32% from contacting the boom directly. So that's what we're doing. Already got that half. Gonna do this half. Stick on the sprayer tips, and Luke went to get a load of just plain water with the tanker, and hopefully, if everything goes to plan, we will put a couple 100 gallons in here and make sure everything's working, go across the field with it and show you guys that. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna take this cultivator into this bean stubble field right here and make sure that's gonna be running level. All the sweeps are running at the same depth, and make sure we're not gonna go too deep, because I would imagine it's still a little damp deeper down, so we wanna make sure that we're not going too deep and pulling up wet mud and stuff like that. So Matthew's gonna pull it out here. We're gonna scratch it around and get things ready to go. Pretty good. There's a couple wetter chunks like that. Probably when he gets back down to this end, bring it up a turn or two, but this is really pretty. It'll be fit to work the whole field, I would imagine. I'd say when you get down to that end, just bring it up maybe just one turn. We'll see how that is. It's pretty, actually, it's pretty darn good, but there's just a couple wet chunks in here, so. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, let's try to get an example here. Here's one. I was saying about these wet chunks is they'll dry like this, and then that turns rock solid with, and then when you try to take the planter over it, the planter won't break it up, and then it doesn't create a very good quality seed bed. So Matt's gonna stop at the other end and shallow it up just one turn on the cultivator, and then I imagine that'd be pretty good. Oh no, we hadn't make it a full round yet. We broke something. Well, better now than when stuff's crazy. We'll go get it welded. Well, we're gonna give this thing a quick 1-2 punch, weld it up real quick, and be right back at it. That's fresh. Well, good as new.
Well, we got the field cultivator out. We're gonna work in some 32% nitrogen and atrazine that was sprayed on some bean stubble this afternoon. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so no planting today. Soil's very cold. Temperatures are probably in the low to mid 40s. Soil temperatures are, so the ground's working up pretty nice. So we'll go ahead and work it, and then maybe here in 4 or 5 days, after we get a couple showers on it, we'll just come in and plant it stale seed bed. So anyway, you ready, big boy? Yeah. All right. Beckett, what do you think? Whose birthday was yesterday? Whose? Mine. How old are you? How old? 4. 4 years old. Beckett's riding with me. We are working some ground. Spring 22 has officially started. It's still very cold out. It was like 31 degrees this morning. Highs only in the 50s. There's rain coming tomorrow and the next couple days. Warmer this weekend, but then cooling off again. So I think today's the 19th of April. Yeah, today's April 19th. Yesterday was his birthday, April 18th. So we're just working some bean stubble ground that had some 32% nitrogen and a little bit of atrazine sprayed on it. So it was going to be fine to leave lay, especially with the rain coming, but I decided, as dry as it looked, I'd go ahead and work this 40 acres down. It's doing a pretty nice job, really, so hopefully we'll get this planted, I don't know, here in 4 or 5 days, maybe less if it doesn't rain too much. So we'll come in and plant this stale seed bed. And what I mean by stale seed bed is I'm working it now. It's going to lay, probably get rained on, and then come in, like I said, 4 or 5 days to a week later, and there'll be just a slight crust on the ground, which will make it plant real nice. So we'll actually be able to get in to plant it probably about a day sooner, leaving it a stale seed bed. So
what's going on, everyone? We're just out here playing on the dirt a little bit. Not a whole lot going on today. It's too wet really to be doing a whole lot of anything. Too cold to be planting much until we see what this rain does. Jonathan's up there in the versatile till-all. So we're just kind of out here playing around. This field's got a little bit of tile in it, so it's a little bit drier. Luke's 40 that Jonathan just did right over there was fully patterned tile, so it worked up real nice. But like I said, we're getting a little impatient. Dad was wanting to do something, so we're out here just messing around. Alright, everyone, we got worked the corn stalks around the shop that we wanted to. So I am headed to Dad and Jonathan's house, which is the cattle farm, with the box scraper, and I'm gonna, sorry, phone call. Anyway, as I was saying, we're gonna take the box scraper and scrape down all the ruts and footprint and stuff that's there at the cattle farm in the back main lot. I'll show you when I get there, just to help smooth things out. Alrighty, well here's the landscape that I'm dealing with. Gonna go back in here to where the silage is. As you can see, some pretty sizely ruts. Get those all knocked down, then go out there and get all those knocked down and all the footprints. So that way Dad didn't break his ankle and the cows don't break their ankles. Well, there we go. It's kind of hard to tell from the camera, but it helped a lot. As you can see down there, it's nice and smooth. Had to go pretty slow because it was obviously pretty rough, but that ought to be good enough for some cows. Expect a little rain tonight, so that'll help mellow everything back out. Had a little bit of an oopsie. I caught a tree root that was below the ground and bent that out a little bit, but luckily there's nothing a little heat and a sledgehammer can't fix. Anyways, I do thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment, and please like and subscribe if you would. Thanks for watching this Taylor Farms video, and we'll see you at the next one.